Hi there, so this is 2006 Intermediate 2 Paper 1 question 9, and it's asking us to evaluate 16 to the power of 3/4. Quite tricky to read that one. 16 to the power 3/4. Now it's not asking for 3/4 of 16, that would be an easy question, but we have to know our rules of indices, what it means when we get index. Sorry, I've written that the wrong way. Just start again. Why is that not rubbing out? There we go. So if we have something like, what do we normally use? Oh yeah, I do use A, sorry. A is the M over N. Then the rule is that M is the power, but the bit where it's over N, if it's a fractional power, that's a root. So it's the nth root of A to the power M. It doesn't really matter whether we do the root first or the power first, but we normally try to do the root first to keep the number as small as possible. Otherwise, it becomes a bit tricky. So, using that rule here then, we'd have the number underneath the third sign, the fraction bar is 4. So that means that we've got the 4th root of 16 cubed. Next, 16 cubed would be quite tricky to work out even on its own. If we then started looking for 4 numbers that multiplied to make that, it'd be really tricky. So we're going to try and work out what the 4th root of 16 is first. So that means we're looking for the same number 4 times, and the answer has to be 16. So luckily we don't have to do much searching. We're only really going to be asked the numbers about 1 to 5 on this because it's quite tricky, and in this case it would be, we know that 16 is 4 times 4, and we know that each 4 is 2 times 2. So 2 to the power of 4 equals 16, and that means that the 4th root of 16 is 2. So this becomes 2 cubed, and 2 cubed means 2 times 2 times 2. 3 number 2's multiplied together, so that's 4 times 2, which is 8. So our final answer there would be 8. So if we just look, we've got 1 mark for writing it with the root notation and 1 mark for evaluating it. So that's just our 2 marks there, 1, 2. Oh, sorry, whoops. And just to highlight that for us and say the 3 here is the power, what we normally do when we see the little numbers, but the one under the root sign, under the fraction bar, becomes the root number that we're aiming for. So 16 to the 3/4 was the 4th root of 16 cubed.